Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of BTC Spill the Beans. I'm Jason Hagholm. Joining with me is BTC fighter Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jazz, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Jazz, it's a strange time right now. How are you managing training during a COVID-19 world?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it's nice because I can get a lot of like one-on-one work with Chris. There's been a couple guys that we just have contact with each other. So we're still able to work, so I've been able to make do pretty well.
All right, well, got to keep putting that work in as your career's on the uprise right now.
Yeah.
But are you ready to compete inside the cage and test your mind a little bit here with some questions?
I'm ready.
So first round of this game is hard questions. So I'll ask you some questions. You can either answer the questions, but if you choose not to, then you got to spin the wheel in front of you and you get to eat maybe a delicious jelly bean or a disgusting tasting jelly bean. All right, you ready to get at it?
I'm ready.
All right, Jazz, the first question for you is, what's the hardest you've been hit before in a fight or training, and who was it by?
So when I first started training, we ended up going to Team Alpha Male, and it was like just this random like rec class. It was like I first started, I don't even know who it was, or I was like with some guy and he just like hit me clean, and I felt like whoa, that's the hardest that I've ever been hit, and got through it. But in a fight, probably the Kylie O'Hearn fight when she like hit my nose and then it was like gushing blood, probably.
I was gonna say, most of your fights you haven't really been hit, you're the one doing the hitting. So who is your worst training partner, Jazz?
My worst.
Remember, you don't have to answer. You can always spin the wheel.
Oh,
Play
okay.
the 50.
Yeah. My worst? No, just kidding. I'm gonna spin on this one. Birthday cake night or dirty dishwasher. Oh,
That's right.
that's how this works.
Use the tongs. There's tongs right in front of you, just to make sure.
Oh, that's dirty dishwasher.
Oh. Describe what that's like.
It kind of tastes like carrot, like old carrots a little bit. Lemon.
Ugh. Carrots, old carrots and lemon. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, Jazz, next question. What's the first 90 minutes of your day like and the last 90 minutes of your day like?
So usually, especially since quarantine, like sometimes I do it out of quarantine depending on my training and stuff, but pretty much as soon as I wake up, I drink a whole bunch of water, like at least 16 ounces, and then I just go for a walk outside, like maybe 25 minutes or 45 minutes, just do a nice little walk around the area, like go down to the water or whatever, and then come back, have breakfast, and then I kind of like get my day going. And then my last 90 minutes, sometimes I watch stuff on YouTube, or I'll watch Netflix sometimes, or sometimes I read and then I just go to sleep.
Well, pretty relaxing close out to the day, and pretty kind of intense to get start to your day for a little bit with get all that water you got to put in your body. But
yeah, I just I figure I'm always kind of dehydrated from training, so I just try to throw a bunch back.
All right, Jazz, next question for you. Do you want to tell us about your most embarrassing tap out, either obviously in training, whether it would be a knee on belly or just tapping out from exhaustion?
I've never tapped out in a fight or from exhaustion or anything like that, but I'll spin just in case, just because I don't have an answer.
That's very noble of you, because you're openly admitting you've never done that. But
coconut or spoiled milk? What?
That's right here.
Nice, coconut.
Coconut.
One of my favorite flavors. I love coconut.
All worked out for you at least. The spoiled milk is disgusting. And the last part of round one, Jazz, who are your main three coaches?
I would say my main coaches are Matthew Marco-Antonio and Chris Prickett, but in addition to them, I have like Rory and Lyndon from Parabellum, as well as I've been doing a lot of work with Vlad lately. So those are kind of my main coaches.
Would you be willing to rank those coaches from your favorite coach to your least favorite coach?
I'll gonna spin on that one for sure.
I thought so, though I'm surprised we've had some people that have ranked their coaches.
Really?
Yeah.
Berry blue or toothpaste? I feel like that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's the way I felt. That toothpaste can't be the worst flavor.
I think I'd rather toothpaste than berry blue, in all honesty. Berry blue, though. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So 2 for 2, I guess, for you, the good tasting flavors. Move on to round 2, which is rapid fire and trivia. I'll get to partake in this as well. So we'll start with rapid fire. You get to pick the categories that are in front of you here, and then we'll just go back and forth until someone can't name one.
I'm gonna go with movies. Do I pick any movie?
Yeah, pick any movie then.
Fight Club.
Tommy Boy.
Sleepers.
Jeepers Creepers.
Goodfellas.
Scarface.
Rounders.
Armageddon.
Princess Diaries.
Pocahontas.
Finding Nemo.
Black Sheep.
Aladdin.
JFK.
Little Mermaid.
Just go with it.
Save the Last Dance.
Footloose.
How could I not think of so many movies? Ooh, Juicy Pear Boogers. Yikes.
Yeah.
I like pears, so I'm hoping. Oh, boogers. That's disgusting.
Yeah, we've heard that the boogers is quite
Yeah,
bad.
this is terrible.
Yeah, describe the...
It has like a grassy undertone to it.
The grass part, while bad, doesn't seem that bad, but
No.
I think it's the initial shock that gets you.
That's what as soon as I bit in, I was like, ew. 5th grade science.
Oh, goody. My favorite.
What part of our bones make red blood cells? A, muscle. B, skin. C, bone marrow. D, heart.
Make red blood cells?
Oh yeah.
Is it D, heart?
Wrong. Bone marrow.
That was my initial thought, and you never go with it. Now I gotta spin the wheel. Ooh, birthday cake or dirty dishwasher?
I hope you get dirty dishwasher.
I hope not.
So you can experience what I experienced.
Then we can compare.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, Jazz, I got birthday cake.
4th grade history. Who invented the first airplane?
Are there options?
No
Nope.
options.
Well, that's the Wright brothers.
Got him.
All right. So now I'll go to part 2 here, which is, are you smarter than a 5th grader? So I'll ask you 2 questions for 5th grade and below.
All right.
First question is from 4th grade science.
Okay.
Charles Darwin came up with the theory of...
Relativity?
I said the same thing. It's incorrect, though. Evolution.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we got chocolate pudding or canned dog food.
That's right here.
I hope it's like the type of dog food that Vlad gets for his dog.
Would you like to tell us about that dog food?
It's like steaks. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's dog food.
Oh.
This one's the worst one.
Explain what's going through. I had it as well.
You know what? The aftertaste isn't as bad. It's the initial, the initial that hits you. Now I can accept that it's just a little bit meaty.
And then the second, are you smarter than a 5th grader question? 3rd grade math.
Oh, come on.
What type of triangle has 2 equal angles? Is it A, isosceles, B, equilateral, or C, scalene?
Isosceles.
That is correct. Got that one out there. We'll go once again to rapid fire. I'll pick the category, and we'll just do bands.
This is the worst. I am so mad with you.
Let's go Alexis on Fire,
Blink-182,
Papa Roach,
Pearl Jam,
Van Halen,
Queen,
Wu-Tang Clan,
Lil Wayne,
I guess the Cash Money Millionaires,
Chameleonaire,
Paul Wall,
Justin Timberlake,
the Backstreet Boys,
NSYNC,
bands.
I was going Spice Girls next. I was waiting. Once we hit that road, okay, I can get you.
You lost.
You lost.
Strawberry banana or dead fish?
Ooh.
It's dead fish.
Describe the flavor for me.
It's kind of like how every bad one is. It's the initial shock, but
Yeah.
you kind of settle into it towards the end. It tastes a lot like pickle pepper sauce, like how pickle pepper sauce smells. So we'll move on to just Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Much like the show, you do have a lifeline. If you don't know, you can phone a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's get at it. Question 1. What is the outmost layer of the Earth called?
Crust.
Is it
Oh.
correct? I mean, you didn't even need the options right there, Jazz.
Look at that.
And question 2, what mythological beast is reborn from its own ashes? Is it A, Gollum, B, dragon, C, minotaur, or D, phoenix?
Phoenix. Final answer.
Final answer.
For both.
That is correct. Well, I mean, you smoked the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire part, and I think there's questions for me on there.
Who was the only person in NBA history to be named the most valuable player, coach of the year, and executive of the year? A, Michael Jordan, B, Bill Russell, C, Phil Jackson, or D, Larry Bird?
Larry Bird?
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Correct.
Right.
What country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? A, Germany, B, France, C, England, D, Switzerland?
I'm going to go with B as my final answer, France.
Correct.
All right. Moving on to the next part of the game here, Jazz. It's what's the most recent thing you watched and have I seen it? You get to say what you've recently watched, and if I haven't seen it, then I have to spin the wheel.
Ozarks.
I have seen that. It's a good show on. Great
It's
show.
such-
And mine was Beverly Hills 90210.
I haven't seen.
Well, that means
Spin. I like the risk of this spinning, in all honesty.
well,
I'm not getting a good spin.
the risk's been pretty rewardful for you, though. A couple bad ones. But.
Yeah. Coconut or spoiled milk again. Can I spin again? Because I've experienced this
Sure.
already.
Might as well. That's a good spin.
Yeah. We got butter popcorn or rotten egg. Got rotten egg.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, because I thought it was the worst. That taste lingers with you.
Yeah, this is absolutely terrible. You know when cabbage goes off?
Yeah.
I have that. They're terrible.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't linger with you like it did for me for like almost a day and a half.
Oh, awesome.
We'll move on though, Jazz. Hopefully you won't have to eat any more jelly beans. We'll off to the last part of the game, which is the lightning round. There's 10 questions. You got to answer in under a minute, and if you don't, then you spin the wheel. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, summer or winter?
Summer.
Dress or jeans?
Jeans.
Drive or fly?
Drive.
How do you like your eggs cooked?
Over medium.
Cook food or takeout?
Cooked.
Netflix or go to the theaters?
Netflix.
Wrestling or jiu-jitsu?
Wrestling.
Favorite cheat meal?
Fish and chips.
Goals for 2020?
UFC.
What advice would you have for girls wanting to take up combat sports?
Just do it. Like, don't think about it. Just go start doing it. Don't overthink.
Time? Well, Jazz, you made it through. You passed with flying colors. I think the most punishment you've taken into the BTC cage was from that rotten egg jelly bean. But thanks for playing, and best of luck for you, and hopefully you reach your goal of the UFC in 2020.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.